I'm Josh Carroll, this is Carroll Auctions, and our next live auction is August 5th, Wednesday, in our main auction house at 1722 Harris Avenue. Take a few minutes and walk you through. We have a partial setup so far this week. We have a couple of really great collections, so we'll update the video on Monday, but for now, let me show you some of the amazing things that we found. We took in a collection of World War II memorabilia this week from the original owner's estate. It included hundreds of photographs in theater from his service in World War II in Europe, including France and Germany. There are photographs of battles, battle scenes, damaged buildings, wrecked planes, shot down planes, anti-aircraft, and soldiers at play. It is an amazing collection. It is hundreds of pieces, an outstanding archive. He really did photograph everything. We can't wait for you to get in here and see that. Along with that, we also have from his estate lots of ephemera and some personal photographs. So if you like that kind of stuff and you're interested in World War II, really fantastic collection. Along with that, we also took in some really interesting antiques. They include some play sets, a Chris Craft boat, interesting little cars, a couple of great world atlases and Missouri Carroll County atlases, fairly scarce atlases. Also, this photograph was in his estate. This is really interesting to me because they're wearing fur coats. So it's all men. I don't know what they were doing, but it was cold. We have buffalo fur coats as well as one seal coat and cold weather boots on these gentlemen from the turn of the century. Not really sure what this was from, but it's really interesting. In my tall showcase in the front, lots of sterling silver this week, including candlesticks. We also have an outstanding collection of antique coins that includes Morgans, Liberties, and more. If you like buying antique coins from us, this is not the week to miss. There are many, many examples of fairly rare coins in here. More of the smalls up here, vintage watches, a good collection of pocket knives. In my back, I've got stained glass, much antiques, some cast iron, including Griswold, and a fairly rare Bear Magnum recurve bow. So that's just the start of this week. We're really struggling to get stuff out of the box as it is really full, but that'll give you a peek. We are also working through a really fantastic collection. This is someone's private library of important books. There are things in here like Angels in Repose, that is a first edition, I believe. Early Tom Sawyer, Catcher in the Rye Book Club edition. This is still an early edition of Catcher in the Rye. It was his private library. He was thoughtful about the books that he picked for this. They're all really fantastic, fantastic condition, well preserved, dust jackets and more. If you like antique books and you're a book aficionado, be a fun week to come down and go through this. There are probably, I don't know, maybe 300 plus books out of this library, all quality, all curated on purpose, not one to miss if you're into books. One of the more interesting collections we're going to sell this week, this is a collection of antique light bulbs. They span from about 1890 up through 1910 and 20. And they include many very rare bulbs, Edison Mazda, Shelby Electric, Brian Marsh Imperial, and more. There are probably 200 antique light bulbs in here. It is the best collection of antique light bulbs I've personally ever seen. I'm excited for you to see it. We're still cataloging it. You're going to want to check back on Monday. We're going to try to catalog the rest of this weekend so you at least know what some of it is before you get here. If you're into antique light bulbs and antique lighting, it's a really incredible collection. I cannot wait for you to get in here and see it. One of the more historically significant pieces we have this week is this original animation cell. This is from the 1940 cartoon by Merry Melodies. The name of the cartoon was The Early Worm Gets the Bird. This original animation cell is signed by the artist with an inscription. There's a great early piece of entertainment memorabilia and Americana. Super nice piece in here in the auction this week. And behind me this week, the art wall is outstanding. Original paintings again and prints from listed and well-listed artists. This week, the art is from the Scott Wilder collection again. Outstanding Kansas City and regional artists up here. Fun art this week. If you're buying art, not a week to miss. In my front showcase, pop culture again. More of the video games, more of the pop culture items that we like. My favorite thing in here this week, a sealed 1986 or 87 Littlest Pet Shop carrying case in its original box with its packing. I've never seen one of those before. That is really cool. Fantastic here. That stuff carries out to this side as well. More of the pop culture, a little bit of antique, great collection of vintage t-shirts, and more. So come in, go through our pop culture this week. Outstanding collection. Along with pop culture, I have records this week. At least hundreds, maybe thousands. I pulled out a small sample. There are hundreds and hundreds of rock and roll records in here this week, including all of the good bands. Def Leppard, AC/DC, everybody you can think of is represented in this collection. We're going to sell choice records or choice row of records. There are going to be hundreds and hundreds of records sold. If you're buying records and you like them, I'm loaded on the 5th. On the short sort that we've gotten done so far, I noticed a few key things that are outstanding. They include the best marble collection I have ever had in this building. Box after box after box full of corkscrew, sulfide, and more on my marbles. Antique marbles are fantastic, and this collection is exceptional. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full flats, and we'll probably break it down some more as we continue sorting it out. Down the sides again, Madame Alexander dolls, glass, fruit, and vegetables, miniature dollhouse furniture, and more. It is packed with quality over here this week. As we go through the boxes this week, we're finding some really amazing smalls too. Maria found this little sweet painting in one of the boxes that have yet to be gone through. Oil painting on board in a French ormolu frame. There's going to be so much quality in here this week. You're going to have to come back on Monday and see the rest of it. It is outstanding.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about this so far? Is it pretty good?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
absolutely.
And as always, my backs and sides are full of antiques, collectibles, glass, and more. This is not a week to miss. Come out and see us August 5th. Doors open at 5. Auction starts at 6. Get here early for the best parking, and I cannot wait to show you what we have in this building. Thanks for watching.